Hello everyone! Welcome to Bargain Gaming, where we can play excellent games without busting our wallets. This is episode 80 of Grand Ages Medieval. And we have, again, I spent a few turns trying to pre-position 4 settlers here. So this is the territory of Al-Azir. So that means we can have, this will be like no man's land. This is as far as we go. We will call this our Maginot Line. Maginot Line was a major fortification line that was created in Europe to face down another potential uprising or another upheaval by the Germans. And so the Maginot Line was a line of fortresses that was built with guns facing towards Germany. And so this is our Maginot Line. Of course, the Maginot Line failed because, again, it is a static defense. So Germany used they called the Blitzkrieg. They went around the Maginot Line. And so all that fortification went for nothing. Anyway, so this is our Maginot Line. Okay, so we will call this our Maginot Line. And this one, we will call it Maginot Industry. I hope this is not a precursor of, for another failure, Maginot Industry, right? Okay, this is Industry. Maginot Industry. Hopefully we'll learn from history, and this one will be producing coal, metal, pottery, tools, and pump. Okay, so we will produce 2 coal, 2 metals, and 1 tool. And then let's see if we can, we can build an immediate thing. Okay, and then we will build up this one and build up that one. Okay, that is, that's our scout. And it was almost murdered by the wolves that are roaming around here. So this is this is a settler. I think we will call this our Maginot Delicatessen, Maginot Cafe, Maginot. So that would be food. No, that would be basically materials. And this would be textiles, and this would be port. Okay, this would be supplies. We'll call it Maginot Supplies. Commissary, right? We'll call it commissary. The Maginot Commissary.
A beautiful
name. A beautiful name. Okay, what we will do here, supplies, grain, honey, and cake. Okay. So we are missing beer here. So, okay, we have 2 wood, 3 of that, and then let us build up this one. And then we will build... Whoa, wrong. I think we need to build up our... Right, 90 and 100. Let's see if we can build this up. Okay. Let's see if we can if we can get some of the supplies back. Let me save this. I think sometimes there seems to be a bug that doesn't allow us to recover the supplies we built or we get back. Because we want that food to start producing items, right? How much food do we have? Not that much. What we can do is bring this back a tad, right? So it did not give us back the food or the supplies. Not good. So, okay, good thing we save it. So there is, okay, I have constantly suspected this when, okay, load that, right? Load campaign 4, yes. I've constantly, because every time, sometimes I back out and I just, and then I change it to a different item to be made. Supposedly, it should return back to us the materials that we spent when we have that thing authorized. Apparently not. It does not do that. So that's a glitch. So I hope, hopefully, okay. So hopefully we learn from that. So I have, because I've been doing that, and I keep seeing, whoa, we're not getting back the materials. So not a good idea to do that. So here, this will be called Maginot Textile, okay? So we need to be careful now in terms of what we want built. Maginot Textiles. Text. How about, let's call this fatigues, right? Oh, textiles. Textiles is good.
A beautiful land.
Okay, now what are we making here? That would be that one, that one, and that one. And we're leaving one thing open. So this one will be our Maginot Port. No? No. Sorry about that. Oh, you would think at this point in time, I would know what the buttons to press. Okay. Maginot. I almost forgot how to space it. So actually it's the up arrow. Port, okay.
A beautiful land.
Beautiful. Okay, this is the port, so that means we will be make fish, this one, and bacon. And we need to, you know what would make sense? We need to do another grain. The reason for this is that, remember, because this will be our main fortress, like our fortress line here. So that means we will be maintaining troops in this area. And troops require, we need to feed them. So it makes sense for us to have more food in this area. Okay, so that we will make that food first. Let's have a fish. Let's have a salt. Let's have a beer. Should we do beer? Let's do beer. And then let's see, we can do, yes, we can. See, I have done this because I backtracked and then I didn't realize I lost the commodities. And I can't build this, because this one now I've learned good thing to do this. This is the workshop. It will speed up the construction of buildings in this town. So I have lost a lot of supplies when I backtrack and try to recover the commodities. In the startup of the town, that happens. There's a glitch there. But I think when the town is already set up, not the initial startup, not the initial setup, but rather when it's already set up, it's already functioning, and when we back out from the building queue, we actually get the commodities back. I have seen that, but in apparently there's a glitch that would not allow for the actual start of a town. What?
A good choice.
Okay. From here to here.
A good choice.
Okay. Wow, we are a long ways away from here to here. Jeez, Louise, that is very far. Oh, you know what? I should maybe not have done this.
A good choice.
Okay, but anyway, not too bad.
Looks good.
Okay, we have another trader over here, a settler. Settler, yeah, okay, and then we have, what do you call this? This guy, this trader. We are sending him over to here.
Certainly.
Okay, so we should have sent him earlier, but wow, how long? I don't know how long it will take for him to get there. But I think we have another trader over here that is sitting idle. I think this guy, I think. Yes, he is idle, right? He doesn't have, yes, he doesn't have, okay, we will start him off at here, to here, to here, to here, and then back. Okay, so we now have a trade route for him. And he comes with, oh, he doesn't have any food though. He comes with a little bit of brick and wood, but that's it. Okay, so that should help a little bit in terms of getting it jump started. And this is our colony ship one here, and we are trying to get them to come over here.
Course has been set.
And this ship also, because we want to check out Spain. I don't know if we can get to Spain. Anyway, so that is for the setup of the of the new, what do you call? Oh no, now we need to send people down there, right? Maginot. So let us. How long will it take us to set them? Let's say from here. We're setting them up to. Gotta make sure we bring it back down to 125 because I have previously accidentally sent a lot of people down there and they will only starve. Oh, Karak Textiles. No, we're talking Maginot. Maginot Port. Yes. Right. It'll take 6.5 months, 6.5 weeks. That's not too bad. And then we'll Maginot Industry. Wow, 8.8 weeks. And then Maginot Commissary, 8 weeks. Not too bad. And then Maginot itself. Oh, how come no Maginot? Magnolia, how come no Maginot? Oh, industry. Okay, sorry, here. Oh, we did not send to textiles, right? Maginot Textiles. No, we did not send to textiles. Okay, let us check. Oh, I almost resent to Maginot Industry. Textiles. Okay. Oh, the reason. Okay, we did not. Let's say 2 of these, right? One of that. Shall we make one of these? 2 of that. You know what? Let's make more wool because we can always trade it. it is again a requirement. And then this one, let us start the factory here. I mean the workshop, and then we can do this. Okay. Oh, we can also do. Oh, let's just. We're doing beer here, right? So we can do fruits over here. Huh. Yes, let's do fruits over here. The only thing we're lacking here, I think, is wine, right? Wine. And what else are we lacking? We have bread, wine. Yeah, I think that's the only thing lacking. We don't have wine. I think I'm missing something. Anyway, oh, let's make fruits. And that will be one item also. Okay. And okay, now what is more important in this episode, what I want to do is actually, this is something it finally occurred to me, and I would like to pass it on. So be aware, this is a spoiler. This is a spoiler. So if you want to play with this and you don't want to know about this, I'm talking about hard numbers here. Anyway, this is our current trader, and he has this trade route, right? He has 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 cities, 4 of which are our own, and then Thessaloniki. And so, if we look at our units and towns, this guy, what is his name? His name is Tripiminjovic. So let's go to Tripiminjovic. TR. Oh, come on, he's not showing up. TR, come on, Trippy Minjovic. No, he is not showing up. Oh, here he is. So Trippy Minjovic is currently, look at that. He is currently generating almost a million gold pieces for the entire trade route. The trade route takes him 15 weeks to run. So this is the 15 week. So the whole time frame for him to run this, he is dragging around over. He has a lot of capacity. He has 6,000 K of carts. In other words, but he is grossing close to a million gold pieces. So he has 28 carts with him, and the thing I want to show about this is that this town is 16. It's maxed out. This is maxed out. This is maxed out. Oh, this is not yet maxed out. It is actually maxed out because we cannot make any more. It's just us finishing this meat, 2 meat factories over here, and this is maxed out, right? The only thing that maxed out is Thessaloniki. It's a level 7. So in other words, there's no longer any more raw materials being traded around, or there's no more the artificial steroids provided by the buildup of facilities in these 4 towns that we have. So so that means, but when we open up the trade window, we see that these towns has very good, it has almost everything, and that is why its interest level is 71. So its prosperity level 71. This is our best candidate. Belgrade East has everything except for iron, or metal products, right? So it has everything, and that's the reason why it has 100% prosperity rating. Now that is one very key factor I want to pass on to you guys, is that a fully developed trade towns and trade routes can actually be very profitable. The second thing I would like to point out is that the consumption window is super important, close to when a town is almost maxed out. So these are the consumption levels of each item, and this is applicable to all towns, because all towns will have a maximum population base of 15,000, which is this number over here. So by going to the consumption window, we know that each town will have a consumption of 300 for grain, 300 for fruits, and go on and so forth. So and 75 for skins, 75 for all these good items, right? So this is a good guidance in terms of how many things we can produce in this town. So let's take Varna for example. Varna is producing 40 fruits here. It's producing it has 40 factories of fruit, and so if we look at so that means it is producing 1,600 barrels of fruit. So that's about 40 barrels per factory. So, and then on the right side, this is the consumption per town. So for a 15,000 population base, they are using up 300 barrels every week. So since this trade route has 5 towns to it, there is 1,500 barrels of consumption. So we are about well matched, meaning we're producing 1,600 barrels, and the production and the consumption is about 1,500. So this is crunching the numbers when you really want to get the nitty gritty, because to get a consumption where it's all evened out, where everything has so that every town has everything it needs, we really need to do the hard numbers. Now, in terms of for items that are like fur, which is a component that adds into the finished product of garments, it says that each town requires 75, consumes 75 fur. So whether it's producing garments or not, the town consumes 75 barrels of fur. So if we are servicing 5 towns here, 75 times 5 times 7 is 350 plus 25. So we're talking about 375 is the consumption of the 5 towns. 375, and then we had to add on 270, which is used to make garments. See, we're making 270 garments. So we need 270. So 375 plus 270, 370 plus 200 is 575 plus 70 is 645. So there is not enough fur to go around, and that is the reason when we look at this tree here, this town doesn't have any fur. This town will have some fur. Yes, and this town will have some fur. And yes, but this town will not have any fur, and of course no fur will get to Thessaloniki. So these are working by hard numbers. By working the consumption page, we can easily see and doing the hard math what is needed. And like in this, like wool for example, each town needs 150 wool, and so there are 5 towns, so we're talking about 750 for all 5 towns, and 5 towns 750 plus we need 600 to make textiles. So 750 plus, we're talking about 1300 plus, right? 1420. 750 plus 6, yeah, 1430, and we're only producing 960. So therefore, if we look at the towns, we will see that the wool, like here, is 413, and this has direct access. It is only one stop from Varna. Same here. It is only one. Oh, this one doesn't even have it, Port of Varna, and much less this one. So that means once towns are developed like this, especially like Varna is producing a lot of wood and bricks. So we know from the production of bricks that each town requires 300 every week. So 5 towns means we need to only produce 1,500, So we can actually now start cutting back on the amount of bricks being produced in Varna. And here, the same thing, we are producing 150, consumption is 150 per week. There are 5 towns, so we're talking about 750. And we're producing double that number. So we can actually cut down the production of these, right? And here on wines, we're talking about 750, so we're short wines. So we can produce more. So in the case of Varna, we can talk about, so we can cut down on production of bricks. If we don't cut down, this inventory pile will just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And so, and then we will hit a point where then it is too much. We're having too much bricks, and there's not enough. Well, there is not enough like wine. So, or if we look at our consumption on beer, the same. We're consuming 5 towns is 750, and we're only producing 620. So that means we can cut down on production of bricks, and then improve wine a bit, and improve wine by 1 factory, and then our beer by 2 factories. So that is long term. So what we can do is press on this, and then we say we cut it down by 2 factories, right? And then we increase this by 1, and we increase this by 1. And we have to be very careful because, again, remember, the wine has no impact because it doesn't need anything to make wine except an open area. However, the making of beer will increase the consumption need, because right now we are producing 31 factories. So by increasing it, so 31 factories produce like 20, right? 20 barrels per factory. So we're increasing the load by another. So we are taking, so that means 310 will now become 320, right? Because we increased this the beer factory by 1, so the consumption now will be 320. So if we're consuming like 300 per town, and 5 towns equals 1500, by producing 1500 plus 300, we are short, right? 1500 plus 320, we're talking about 1620. So we're short. However, the thing is that we are producing grain here also, so that's why this makes up for the shortage. So right now we have too much grain going around. So we are producing, but this one is only producing bread. And so again, so those are the things we need to keep in mind when we start trying to fine-tune the production of each group of trade cities, or group of pents or quads. So again, for me, the ideal group of cities is a group of 4 cities that are producing all 20 products. Pents work also. 5 cities also works, but 4 is ideal. So ideal, we can actually get a lot of stuff with just 4 cities, and then we can just even it out in terms of production everywhere, and then everything is good. I'm surprised how come this is only 64 prosperity. It has pretty good distribution of goods. Oh, we're short on fruits and fish. Ouch. Oh, we're not producing fish here. Okay. Anyway, okay, so our timer went off a few minutes back, so this would be a good place to cut the episode. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you will join me in the next episode. Bye!